is collective effort to protect and preserve life during COVID-19 pandemic. Countries united to share life-saving vaccine across borders, an example of our shared responsibility for global well-being. In parallel, Ayurveda, an ancient Indian tradition, emerged as significant contributor to health and immunity. Let's illustrate this with simple truth. Where modern medicine sometimes falters, Ayurveda often succeeds. There are a lot of examples when Ayurveda has saved the life, but in other means of medicinal treatments, there have been no success. Even doctors have said goodbye. So we have to trust on Ayurveda. Ayurveda seeks to address the root cause of ailments, focusing on the natural balance of our bodies, considering our diet, environment, and individual constitution. It emphasizes the body's innate ability to heal itself. India has been home of great saints and scholars who have contributed to the system of traditional healing. Charak is regarded as father of Ayurveda, documented over more than 340 plants and 200 animal types. Shushruth, pioneer in Ayurvedic surgery, has done many surgeries with the help in the traditional ways of anesthesia. You will be surprised to know that even cataract, plastic surgery, fractures, and their plasters have been done by him about thousands of years back. Dhanvantri, the physician of the gods, bestowed the world with invaluable healing knowledge. In the last decade, India has witnessed significant research in Ayurveda, making affordable healthcare accessible to all. Our objective is to share Ayurvedic knowledge and traditional treatments globally, working in harmony with our shared belief that every life should be happy, free from afflictions, and devoid of suffering. Considering few examples, our country 19, we made a small powder of inside grown herbs, and it was giving with a guarantee that a person will consume that powder, there will not be any corona side effect. And you will be happy to know that every entire campus, no one got corona. This powder to more than 50,000 persons, and no one got corona. Even High Court judges, tribunal members, and high-profile judges took this powder. It was prepared by our faculties. We gave the name Ayush Sanjeevani 365. So it is a unique kind of research of this college. Number two is Swan Prashan. Every month we give 2 doses of gold made medicine to the infants up to 13 years that protect their for longer life for 400 types of bacteria. So it makes the child robust. This is why the lifespan of India goes up. So for a higher lifespan, if the children are giving sulfration, then lifespan of anywhere will go up. So it is our another motto that on the ground of one son, one earth, one family. Ayurveda herb, we have some more herbs to cure diabetes. We have a Gulmar herb. Few leaves of this herb control diabetes to any extent. So we have done extensive research on diabetes, and we are doing more and more research on diabetes because it is a typical kind of problem. And from last 35 years, we are distributing a college-made medicine for asthma. 1/4 gram of this medicine, which is prepared inside the college, controls 90% asthma in one day. And from 35 years, we are giving. So we can share all these knowledge to everyone because this gathering is not of a commercial in nature. It is a gathering of Vasdhav Kutumbakam, Atithi Devavagam. It is a gathering of family. So we decided that what we have done, it is should be for mankind and it should be spread everywhere. Not only that, in Ayurveda, cancer up to fourth stage can be controlled and cured. So, esteemed institution, Ishan Ayurveda Medical College and Research Center extends heartfelt invitation to all the honorable high commissioners and ambassadors of various nations, convening you on a single platform to discuss the potential of Ayurveda and explore avenues of for mutual cooperation. Today, ailments such as diabetes, psoriasis, asthma, skin disease, joint pains, uh, and after the challenge of COVID-19, there have been so many complexities in human. So Ayurveda offers not just relief, but often a lasting solution. Together, through collective efforts, we can not only manage but also eliminate these health concerns. The reason lies in our belief that Earth is our mother and she has bestowed upon an array of plants and herbs with remarkable medicinal properties, such as nation is blessed with these botanical treasures can indeed be called golden countries. So, in the August gathering of Honorable His Excellency, we as an educational institution propose in this summit that we can offer short-term training programs to different countries in our campus, either online or offline both. We propose this program. There will be no commercial angle. Exchange, exchange faculty members to different countries. We can also depute our faculty to different countries to establish Center for Ayurvedic Treatment for Excellence uh, for the welfare of the people living over there. And next is translation of Ayurveda tips, traditional treatments, Ayurveda literature in their own language. In your own language, we can propose, we can have a special cell inside the college for the welfare. And any other collaborative approach, we can discuss because it is our aim on the one sun, one earth, one family. Sarve bhavantu sukhine, sarve santu niramaya. May all be happy. May all be free from infirmities. May all see good. May none partake of suffering. We extend our hands in friendship and cooperation. We believe in the unity of humanity. And Ayurveda is a bridge to better health and well-being of all. With folded hands, I welcome you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, respected Chairman, sir, for your blissful words. Namaste and good morning to all the dignitaries present here. As we all have gathered here to cherish one sun, one earth, one family, the basic theme of today's Global Ayurveda Summit. Nowadays, Ayurveda has an added synonym to it, that is Panchakarma. Panchakarma is the most cardinal branch of Ayurveda. It is a group of various non-invasive therapeutic techniques which are being practiced in India since ages. These therapies detoxifies the body, aids the rejuvenation of the body, and has immense potential to curtail various difficult diseases. It is also a part of daily regime to prevent ailments. Ishan Ayurvedic Medical College and Research Center has been serving the society with the aim of Rog Mukt Bharat, that is, disease-free India. Today, I, Dr. Kavita Sen, Assistant Professor, Department of Panchakarma, with my team, Dr. Satyadev Arya, Associate Professor, and Dr. Chanchal Agrawal, Assistant Professor, would like to present a brief illustration of few Panchakarma therapies. To begin with the first therapy, that is Shirodhara. Shirodhara is a classical Ayurvedic therapy of slowly and steadily dripping of warm medicated oil on the patient's forehead. In this procedure, the patient lies down on the procedure table with closed eyes. After this, the therapist fills the Shirodhara pot with warm medicated oil. A continuous stream of warm medicated oil is allowed to flow in oscillatory motion on patient's forehead for about 40 to 45 minutes. This continuous stream of warm oil reduces the stress level and tranquilizes the mind to be serene and calm. Shirodhara cures anxiety, depression, insomnia, hormonal imbalances, and psychosomatic disorders. Moving on to the next procedure, that is Janu Basti. Janu Basti is an oil pooling treatment of knee joint. In this procedure, a well of black gram dough is prepared and stitched on both the knee joints. This compartment of black gram dough is then filled with warm medicated oil and is kept for 40 to 45 minutes. This oil is exchanged intermittently with warm oil once it gets cooled down. Janupasti helps in strengthening of knee joints. It reduces pain, stiffness, and inflammation of knee joints. It is indicated in osteoarthritis, ligament tears, and various other knee joint ailments. Now, the next procedure is totally swivel. Totally swivel is a kind of solution therapy. It is mainly a bolus of various medicinal drugs wrapped in a mystic cloth is prepared. This bolus is applied in perfect manner on the affected area of the patient. Totally swivel therapy provides relief from pain, stiffness, swelling, fatigue associated with various musculoskeletal disorders. Moving on further to the next procedure, that is Gumpa, medicated smoking. Gumpa is a modified version of smoking. In this, medicated fumes are inhaled from nostril and mouth. After, made up of various medicinal herbs is ignited and the fumes then comes out and inhaled by the patient. The medicated fumes help in preventing and treating respiratory diseases. This medicated smoking helps in further functioning of ear, eyes, mouth, and nose. The next procedure is Sweden, that is steam bath. It is an ancient Ayurvedic therapy which induces perspiration. In Ayurveda, sweat is considered as a toxic substance which needs to be expelled from body on regular intervals. This medicated steam coming out from a huge pressure cooker boiler enters into the pores of body, liquefies toxins, and helps detoxification through sweating. Steam bath helps in fat loss, it reduces inflammation and improves metabolism and activates proper blood circulation. Moving on further to the next procedure, that is Kati Basti. Kati is oil pulling therapy of lower back. In this procedure, a well prepared from black gram dough is sticked on the lower back of the patient. This compartment of black gram dough is then filled with warm medicated oil and is kept there for 40 to 45 minutes. Katibasi helps in curtailing lower back ache and stiffness. It also soothes tingling sensation, numbness, and nerve compression. Ishan medical team has been serving the society with various other forms of Panchakarma therapies since 10 years and will continue to do so. A comprehensive demonstration of various other Panchakarma therapies is also being displayed downstairs in the hospital wing. Thank you for your patience listening. Signing all those guys, this was Dr. Singh with my team. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kavita, for the beautiful demonstration of Panchakarma procedure. Now, moving ahead, let us take you to reconnect the body, mind, and soul. Please welcome Swami Pandit and me for the yoga demonstration.
कर्टन ऊपर कर दो. Very warm good morning to everyone. Namaskaram. This is me, Aditya Vats, final year Ayurveda student. First, I would like to greet all the dignitaries and delegates that we all gather here to discuss how the ancient system of medicine, that is Ayurveda and Yoga, are helpful in dealing with modern chronic disorder. Today, we are going to elaborate what is yoga asana, and why it is necessary for human mankind. So yoga is a word that originated from Sanskrit, which means unite or to join. It's symbolizing the union of soul with eternal power, or we can say as supreme creators of our nature. Yoga is an ancient physical, mental, and spiritual practice that originated in India. Today, the yoga is practiced in various forms around the world in a different manner. Recognizing the universal appeal on December 11, 2014, the United Nations proclaimed 21st June as a national or international yoga day. So we will demonstrate different yoga asanas for different lifestyle modality. So we have Acharya Prandev ji from Haridwar, Patanjali Yoga, and Mr. Ravi Badoli from Rishikesh as a yoga educator and our yoga team. Now they are going to perform yoga for general well-being and heart diseases. First, third asana, or we can say the palm pose. It strengthens the leg, abdomen, shoulder, vertebral column, and heart. Deep breathing while performing this asana provides strength to the lungs. Next asana, that is Trikonasana or a triangular pose. It improves the flexibility of spine and relief back and stiffness in the neck area. It tones the pelvic muscles, relieve gastritis, indigestion, and abdominal bloating. Next asana is Surya Namaskar. It strengthens the heart, improve blood circulation, and also beneficial in developing peripheral circulation. It's helping improving the collateral development. It stimulates abdominal muscles, and it has a great effect on respiratory system, nervous system, and spinal. Next asana for our diabetes, that is Banduk asana, or we can say the frog pose. It gives us relief from diabetes, digestive disorder, and constipation. This asana improves flexibility and mobility of knee and ankle, help in reducing fat from belly, hip, and abdomen. Now, next asana is Vakra asana, or we can say the twisted pose. It tones the muscle of back and thus brings the stability in the spine, strengthen the upper back, and provide strength to the neck. It helps in reducing fat, improve digestion, and beneficial in diabetes. Next asana, that is Matsyendriya asana. It stimulates the abdominal organ like pancreas, gallbladder, and many organs. This has a direct impact in improving metabolism, which is necessary for dealing with diabetes mellitus. It improves blood circulation and also help in maintaining blood sugar levels. Next asana is Kapalbhati. It stimulates abdominal organ and thus it extremely useful for those with diabetes. It increases the metabolic rate, improves blood circulation, and it has a great impact in developing co-lateral circulation along the heart. Next is Agnisar Kriya. Increases digestive capacity and reduces stomach gases, tone up the fiber abdominal muscle, facilitate abdominal massage of internal body, improve the appetite. And next we are going to perform the asanas for asthma and corona. First, it's Bhujang asana, or we can say Cobra pose. It's open heart and lungs, stretches chest and lungs, shoulder and abdomen. It's help in relieving the stress and fatigue. It also help in relieving lower back pain and beneficial for cervical. Next asana, that is Ustra asana, or we can say the camel pose. It improves digestion, it stretches and opens the front of the body. It also strengthens the back and shoulder. It improves the flexibility of spine and it helps in improving postures. Next, we are going to perform pranayama for mind and concentration. First, Nadi Sodhan Pranayam. It infuses body with oxygen. It has calm and smoothing, rejuvenating effect on nervous system. It clear and release toxins, reduce stress and anxiety. Next is Brahmari Pranayam. It's lower the blood pressure, relieves stress and anxiety, releases cerebral tension, is helping improving memory and also helping dealing with insomnia. Next, we are going to perform Om chanting. It reduces the stress, improve focus and concentration, and it has a great effect for activating our chakras. And now I would like to end this session with two beautiful quotes. First one is, we are not in this skin, we are not in this soul, we are the soul that we live in. And other one is, if we all run behind the redolence of blossom, then who will carry the subtle of fallen leaf? Thank you. अभी ये बच्चियां कुछ योगा परफॉर्म आसन करके दिखाएंगे आप लोगों को.
What a wonderful performance. Thank you, Swami Brahmji, aunties, and all the Kanyas from Gurukul for gracing this occasion and this wonderful performance. Now, we have the privilege of delving into the rich and vibrant culture of Maharashtra, India, a state of India known for its art, heritage, and tradition. To showcase this ethnic culture, let's welcome on stage students from Ishan, Shivani, and Dhruv. So please put your hands together from the state of Maharashtra, India. A big round of applause from the students of Ishan to represent the rich culture of Maharashtra, India. Thank you so much, students, for this lovely and enthusiastic performance. Now I call on the guys and respected chairman, sir, the energy behind this summit. So please welcome our honorable chairman, sir, Dr. D.K. Garg.
बैठ जाओ। बहुत खुशी की बात है कि मैटर ऑफ ग्रेट प्लेजर आवर ऑनरेबल मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट फ्रॉम भारतीय जनता पार्टी which represents Noida. Previously, he was Minister of Aviation and Minister of Culture Independent. He is among us. By holding hands, I welcome Dr. Sharma of Faculty of Transport. Yes, Dr. Sharma, I will invite Dr. Sharma in the dais. Please, Doctor, आप आए और मैं चाहूंगा कि हमारे जो एडमिशनर्स आए हैं उन सबका आपके द्वारा स्वागत हो। पहले मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप डॉक्टर साहब अपने सबका आशीर्वाद दें।
Honorable Excellencies from the world corners of the world, none but my beloved elder brother, who has a philanthropic heart, innovative ideas, and initiative taker, none but the today's host of this great event in my parliamentary constituency, Noida, Gautam Buddha Nagar, about this Ayurvedic conclave in this Pride Institute of Ishan Institute. My dear students, you can feel pride of saying that this is one of the pioneer and oldest institute of this area, where I have been residing for the last more than 42 years or so. Excellencies, India is now home for Ayurveda and Yoga. It's cosmopolitan, it is worldwide, but it has got a home in India. And I, on behalf of our great Prime Minister, as a nominee of our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, and a member Parliament of this constituency, I welcome you all with folded hands. Good morning, namaskar to all of you. On another dignitary sitting across the dais, and my dear students, it's my privilege to welcome you, sir. As a Tourism, Culture and Civilization and Environment Minister of the former government of India, I had the pleasure of visiting almost all the countries, including the Lesotho and all the other countries. I have visited those countries as a minister representative. When I started entering Dubai studying my MBBS, the first line I was taught about that we have the base of Charak and Sushruta Sangita. And now with this 35 or 40 years of my experience and exposure to this allopathic medicine, I understand the importance of yoga, which is the future of medical practices and worldwide, not only in India, but worldwide acceptance. We have 10 hospitals, and out of which 2 hospitals are Ayurvedic and naturopathy and yoga, which are equally important and playing important role. The role played by this Ishan Institute under leadership of a great philanthropist. He's my mentor, he's my brother, he's my friend, he's my philosopher in all senses, and he's the innovative and initiative taker. And when he created this Institute of Ayurveda and under this Ishan banner, we all feel proud, and I have the special privilege of being associated with him for almost more than 30 years or so. And the students coming out of this institute will not only be carrying some degrees and all those things, but they will be carrying the philanthropic, the traditions, the values of Indian culture and traditions, which is being recognized by worldwide diaspora. And I again, on behalf of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, I welcome you, sir, and all the excellencies over here to my this constituency. This constituency is now in the eyes of the world now, with the coming of international airport, which will be operational within next about 6 months time or so, just about 20 minutes drive from this place. Now this will be a talk of the town international city, and your presence today gives us glory, gives us definitely, it's a matter of pride to welcome you all here. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I will request that sir to welcome His Excellency. Now I will invite His Excellency from Mongolia to come to the dais. Next turning His Excellency from Mauritius.
To all your participating countries, you are not just guests, you are not just participating, you are the catalyst to change. Welcome to this transformative global summit where your ideas will help to shape the course of history. Now I request the representative, third secretary, ma'am, from the Embassy of Lesotho. Ma'am, please come on the stage. Now I request His Excellency Mr. Kamlesh Shashi sir, High Commissioner from the Embassy of Fiji, to please come on the stage for the felicitation ceremony. Now I request Echi from the Embassy of Nigeria to please come on the stage for the felicitation ceremony. This is a platform where the ideas knows no borders and where the world's brightest minds converge to create a better tomorrow. Now I request the representative councillor ma'am from the Embassy of Gambia to please come on the stage for the felicitation ceremony. Now I request First Secretary Sir from the Embassy of Uzbekistan to please come on the stage for the felicitation. Moving ahead, I would like to welcome Counselor Sir from the Embassy of Tajikistan to please come on the stage. Now I request Counselor Sir from the Embassy of Angola to please come on stage for the felicitation. Thank you so much for all the participating countries that in so short amount of time you have made this a very successful one.
Next, I would like to call Mr. Ishan from the Institute University. Counselor Sir, please come on the stage. Big round of applause, everyone. So big round of applause, everyone.
Now I request representative from the country of Ethiopia to please come on the stage for the felicitation ceremony. I also request Aman Jainji to please come on the stage. A big round of applause for all the participating countries. To all the respected chief, council, or secretaries, high commission, I'm so sorry, please excuse my pronunciation. Thank you so much, Ambassador of Ethiopia, for joining the event. Thank you so much. A big round of applause for all the participating countries. Now I request Shri Govinda Bakshi ji and Anas sir, our special invitee, to please come on the stage. Mr. Anas ji. We have a very special guest with us, Dr. Atul Varshney sir from NCI. Please, sir, please welcome you on the stage and at this Global Ayurvedic Summit. Now I request our special invitee, Dr. Sahil sir from Metro Hospital, to please come on the stage. Now I request our special invitee, Dr. Brigadier Rakesh Gupta sir, to please come on the stage. Sir is director in gyms. And please give a big round of applause for Dr. Rakesh Gupta sir. Please give a big round of applause. Now, moving ahead, if Ayurveda is touching heights and is globally recognized,
हमारे गाँव के सीईओ मनदीप पवना जी आए हैं। पवना जी, मैं पवन जैन जी से स्टेज पर बुलाऊंगा कि वो उनका स्वागत करें। ईशान तो और हमारे बीच में मधुबन से श्री नीरज गुप्ता जी आए हुए हैं, उनको भी मैं स्टेज पर बुलाऊंगा। राव जी आप भी आए। आप तीनों
A huge round of applause, everyone.
पवन जैन जी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा नीरज जी का स्वागत करें। आप सब तालियां बजाएं।
Thank you so much. If Ayurveda is touching heights and is globally recognized, it is only and only because of some really hard-working and enthusiastic doctors who have left no stone unturned in making Ayurveda touch heights of glory. And such hard-working and all-rounder personalities we have with us. Please give a big round of applause to Dr. Nitin Agrawal, sir, who is founder and managing director of Bliss Ayurveda. So I welcome our today's keynote speaker, Dr. Nitin Agrawal sir, on stage.
Namaskar. A very good afternoon to all our excellencies, our dignitaries, respected guests, and students of Ishan Ayurveda College. It's definitely a pleasure to be part of this first Global Ayurveda Summit in Ishan Ayurvedic College and Research Center, which they have taken an initiative to promote and propagate this knowledge of Ayurveda worldwide. I myself, Dr. Nitin Agarwal, I have been traveling all over the world since 1998. It's been a long journey of 25 years and traveling to more than 50 countries from Europe, Latin America, North America, African countries, and definitely Asia. And talking about Ayurveda, giving lectures on Ayurveda, of course, meeting different people, local people living there, ethnic people living there, and understanding the needs of the medicine and what exactly is required. And in this whole journey, what I could relate and realize and experience is that apart from the traditional systems, what we call the allopathic system of medicine, or the conventional system, which is the predominant system of medicine, a lot of people, they feel the need to have some viable alternative. They feel the need where there's something natural, something more related to the lifestyle, more related to the health, with no side effects, with no negative consequences, can be presented to them so that they can maintain the health and their livelihoods. The reason I said that the whole world realizes, especially after this corona pandemic, nobody imagined that in the 21st century world, so much of technology and that a virus would stop this whole planet, not for days, but for years, for months. And this was like a kind of a root shock for the whole humanity, that even the most developed advanced medical systems could not find the answers that how can we prevent. Businesses were stopped, tourism was stopped, education, schools, everything was shut down.
And we were thinking that, oh my God, are we going to live with it? Or are we going to, what is going to happen in 21st century? People used to hear about the pandemics 100 years, 200 years before, where millions of people were dying because of that. No one ever imagined, especially from the medical fraternity, that something similar could happen in 21st century. But it happened, unfortunately. And millions of people died all over the world. And we saw it in our eyes. Our generation saw it through our eyes. And here, what we call as an Ayurveda practitioner, the role of Ayurveda and yoga comes into that. Ayurveda, the science of life. Ayurveda. Ayur means life and Vedas means knowledge. The knowledge of life. This has been talking about it for several thousands of years and even hundreds of years of recorded history, where we have been talking about prevention of the disease. We have been talking about not just treatment, but also the prevention of the disease, as well as the very important third aspect, preservation of health. That means irrespective of the age we are, it does not matter. That's just a chronological age. But if we follow the principles of Ayurveda and Yoga, then we still be healthy and as long as we are on this planet. This is maintenance of the youthfulness. And Ayurveda is the only science in the world which is talking about preservation of youthfulness, not only just about treating the disorders. Yes, treatment, what we all want. We all want something to be treated instantly, immediately. Ayurveda gives that perspective also. But a more important perspective to our health is about how we can preserve our health, how we can prevent the diseases from happening. And as we all say, that this pandemic brings a lot of awareness and knocking on the doors of everyone all over the world. So this is one aspect that we in this conference want to put forward as we realize this beautiful presentations of Panchkarma and Yoga. So what was that? They were basically those therapies, those treatments shown by the students of Ishan Ayurveda, that by following these very basic practices, we can service our body. Not only our body, but our coordination between mind, body, and consciousness. Yes, this is another aspect of Ayurveda, very important principle, that when we talk about health, we are not talking about just the physical aspect of the health, that we have a fever, we have a pain, we have some backache, joint problem, diabetes, or heart problem. We are also talking about the state of our mind and the state of our emotions. And please believe you me that this is becoming the biggest problem now in today's world. Stress management and management of our emotions. Because this is what we are not able to do. Lot of problems that are generating in today's world, the origin is stress. Now, stress does not mean that something negative is happening in your life, some financial trouble, family trouble, then only you feel that you are stressed. Even if people who are very successful, people who have been very high up in societies, they are very sound financially, they are also have a feeling of depression. And you have seen so many examples where some of the big celebrities, some of the very successful people, they have committed suicides or they are into depression and they have to be, they are on prescription medicines or they have to be hospitalized for those medicines, for those diseases. Now this question comes to our mind, and it should come to our mind, that why this is happening to so much of successful people. That a lot of other people are just, dreaming to come to that level. But even achieving that level did not bring them happiness. And that is here Ayurveda and Yoga comes. We are talking about emotional happiness. It is very important that irrespective of your financial status, irrespective of your political or social status, it is very important that we need to be happy. And if we are not mentally and emotionally happy, if we are not mentally and emotionally balanced, we can never be healthy. It has a direct effect on our physical health. And Ayurvedic doctors have proved from time to time that if we live in a constant state of stress, anxiety, nervousness, restlessness, not proper good sleep, and all these things, we are definitely going to have a physical complications happening in the form of diabetes, blood pressure, insomnia, depression, and so many illnesses that we can name that. So what happened that Dr. Garg, the owner and the founder of Ishan Ayurvedic, he came to me and we were talking about that what we can do so that we can bring this awareness to the not only in India but also outside of India. And this he came up with this idea that let's invite the ambassadors, the high commissioners of different countries, so that we can at least share our knowledge aspect, our views with them, and then they go back, of course, uh, to their board meetings, to their governments, and we can then discuss that what can be achieved vis-a-vis to increase the health quotient of our people. And we are not talking about India, we are talking global. And again, I said that health cannot be isolated to a limited country. You can say in the global scenario like today's, we can talk about that, oh, this problem is in Uttar Pradesh or in India or somewhere in south of India. No, this is not happening. The origin may happen in Europe. The origin may happen from Africa, and that disease or that illness may spread all over the world. And we saw that in Corona pandemic. And we are not talking about just viruses or bacteria. We are talking about lifestyle disorders, because the way we talk about industrialization, we talk about commercialization. This is again a kind of a pandemic which is happening to all of us. We are all running around money and success and materialistic values. But let us sit back and are we thinking about that what is creating to us? Are we happy enough? Are our families stable? Are our societies stable? Are we able to manage the happiness or the emotional quotient of our societies? So this is an important index. This global Ayurveda conference intends to bring forward to all of us, to all of you excellencies here and all our distinguished guests. And that is why we created these goals that I just want to reiterate is about this conference, that how can we mutually cooperate? How can we mutually cooperate to share this knowledge of Ayurveda, which is a 5,000-year-old science, and through creating some knowledge exchange programs? Can we do that? It is a thought process for all the excellencies. And we at Ishan would like to invite you, all of you, or some of you at least, to speak a few words about that, okay, what you can do or what you can think about at least. Of course, I know there is a certain protocols for you, but it's still, at least it's a thought process where you can go back to your boardrooms, to your governments, and we can discuss all these things in the future conferences. How we can improve the health index by Ayurveda education. Is there a possibility to open Ayurvedic colleges or universities or faculties in the universities of your country? Third aspect of this is there is a possibility to explore medical tourism vis-a-vis Ayurveda? Means that the citizens of your country can come to India to avail the benefits of Panchakarma, to have the knowledge and training of yoga, to get Ayurvedic consultations, and also Ayurvedic doctors from India can go to your countries and then, of course, share the knowledge on a large scale with you. I have very personal experiences, very successful experiences. I have been to places, for example, in Norway or Finland, in the northern parts of those countries where you have 6 months of daylight and 6 months of darkness in those areas. And where we went there for the first time, people have not heard the A of Ayurveda. And when they got this, when they started listening to the virtues, the principles of this knowledge, then a lot of people turned up to, Google about it, learn about it, and practice about it. Even in places far off in Siberia and Russia, with a temperature in minus 40 degrees, and we have been there, with more than 400 people gathered in Bagnaun city in Siberia, in the heart of Russia, where to learn Ayurveda, to understand the principles of it. So it is not, it's just that when we share this knowledge with them, I think our citizens, our population, who want some alternative, some very viable system where we can do that. traditional medicines together with them, because Ayurveda is about natural science, and that is the purpose of organizing this global Ayurvedic convention in Ishan Ayurvedic College. And the purpose is to exchange this knowledge program and to give a thought process to all of you, to all of the excellencies, to all of our distinguished guests, that what can be done. And the last, to explore the benefits of these herbs in the form of Ayurvedic formulations, which means that there is a possibility of Indian manufacturers or manufacturers from your countries where some sort of collaboration or workshops can be done between between our countries to use Ayurvedic supplements, Ayurvedic medicines in your respective countries for the benefit of your society. Herbal preparations, herbs, herbal teas, herbal cosmetics. There's so many things that can be done in these fields where we were talking we just saw the herbal garden, and a lot of excellencies were taking very keen interest in some basic herbs. Yes, some very, very common herbs that maybe in our backyards, in our gardens, but we don't know their medicinal value, that how powerful they can be, how beneficial they can be. Not only to treat the diseases, but to prevent the diseases as well as to preserve our youthfulness. So this is all I wanted to convey today, and I thank Ishan Ayurvedic College and definitely Dr. D.K. Garg and his whole team to organize such a wonderful global convention today. And we believe, and I definitely believe, that we will have many more conventions like that. And our excellencies will have at least a food for thought in this very first convention today. And they go back, and then we will have a much larger and much meaningful conventions where we can be able to do something meaningful, not only in India, but globally. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. Firstly, I would like to thank all the ambassadors and high commissioners, councillors for the valuable time that they have given us. From the past 2-3 months, we were preparing for this summit, and we were in constant link with all of them, and they all have given us the very good and valuable time of theirs. So please give a huge round of applause for everyone. So now we would like to hear from our ambassadors and high commissioners. So firstly, I would like to call on the street from the Mauritius High Commission, Mr. Manjoyet. Sir has also given us his valuable time, and also all the expert comments have come from sir. So I would like to thank you, sir, for that.
Thank you. Good afternoon to everybody. This has been a very wonderful experience for all of us. We always hear people saying that life, everything you learn, and today has been really a discovery for us. We also know that everybody knows everything. We all know everything. But what we are conscious of is only when you see, when you visualize, when you come across basics. Today, I learned that there are 3,000 plants in this and in the other university. And while visiting those plants, I could realize that those plants were in our backyard. As Dr. Agarwal just said, it's all lying, but we didn't know the importance, the value of these medicinal plants. And I'm sure this is what we will have as a takeaway from this conference today. We also heard from the chairman, Dr. Garg, during his introductory remark, he said, Survey Mantu Sukhina, Survey Mantu Nira Bhaiya, Adrani Pasyantu, Markasti Dugabhagya. The very essence which we translated is in our scriptures. That we pray every day that you have good health. We pray everybody that the the welfare of everybody. So it is already an ancient thing. It is not something new. Today, this Ayurveda has grown global. And how it has grown global is even G20 meeting, you see the theme, connecting people, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, as you say, and environmental for life, environmental life or environment, individual, how we should live, what we should adapt to, what are the changes that we need as an individual, as a society, as a community is very important. I think these are the lessons we have learned. What was in the east, what has come from this side, has gone to the west, and now it's being come back to either to India or to the east. But very important, I would say, that it is essential that the next generation should know about the importance of this. If we don't inculcate among the youth, our job, our next generation will blame us because we have not made them conscious about the importance of Ayurveda. I think in Mauritius also, during 2018, with Prime Minister Modi visited Mauritius, we signed an agreement, an MOU, rather, establishing cordial relations in this field and establishing how we can do. But I think very important, Dr. Agarwal mentioned that what could be our proposal, the takeaway from here is that let us do an exchange program. Let us exchange of scholars. Let us exchange relations between our institute or whatever it is there with this institute so that we can further this, propagate the idea of the work that is being done by this institute. We are very new, but still we have already advocated. We have an academic chair, Ayurveda academic chair in the University of Mauritius. We have around 7 centers in Mauritius providing for Ayurvedic medicine. We have also medicine that is being provided to the patients. Around 100,000 patients the Ayurveda system has been able to cure those patients in Mauritius. So I think we have a lot to learn. We would request that the exchange cultural program, that we have exchange cultural program, also an exchange program be established between these two institutions. I wish the university all the best in its endeavors, and we pray also that God help us to carry on this noble task that has been undertaken by this university. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your valuable words. Now I welcome from the High Commissioner of Fiji, Mr. Kamlesh Shashi sir, on the stage to say a few words. Please give a big round of applause for the High Commissioner from Fiji.
Thank you very much. The Chairman and CEO of the Ishan Ayurvedic Medical College and Research Center, Dr. Garg, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Member of Parliament and former Minister of Aviation and Culture, Mr. Mahesh Sharmani, distinguished delegates, staff and students of the college, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my pleasure to be invited to this first Global Ayurvedic Summit 2023 in this particular facility. And I am so proud, along with my other diplomatic colleagues, to be here. Frankly, Ayurveda or medicine is not the traditional forte of diplomats. However, this is something that we all are very much related to, because it was our ancestors who 150 years ago went to Fiji, went to Mauritius, Suriname, Trinidad, Tobago, etc. And when they went on those ships, they took all those essential plants, seeds, the herbs and so forth, which they knew were very essential for their own well-being and survival going into the future. That was the knowledge that they possessed, which of course they derived from the great Rishi Munis, sages, etc. From which I'm very good that people like Dr. Garg and the faculty in this university and others have been able to decode and have very good publications in Hindi and English. English is the one that we would like to have more by way of these Ayurvedic medical, publications in our own countries, so that we can make better use of Ayurveda and the plants and medicines that we have in our own backyards, as was mentioned. I had the additional pleasure in August this year of joining Government of India's great initiative of bringing traditional medicine at the global stage by partnering with the World Health Organization to have the first global summit on traditional medicine in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. It was such a wonderful summit in which we had leaders and ministers, health ministers, and other members of the governments and heads of states, etc. Through which the whole idea was to get endorsement of the WHO through traditional medicine. What was recognized and moved was that we need greater scientificity and greater validation and science behind Ayurveda, so that we can popularize it equally, if not better than modern medicine, through which the whole world only recently recognized some of the limitations through the pandemic that we faced. And I was really heartened to note when I visited this place first time some months ago that no one actually suffered from the coronavirus pandemic in India through the concoctions that you made. I can also say that globally, people throughout the world were attuned to India and the Kara formulation that you made. Many people drank that, and they were also able to, at a time when there was no vaccines, etc., available, to fight through and live through this pandemic. So there is a lot of scope, and that is the reason why all the diplomats from the different countries are gathered here. We'd like to explore, we'd like to know more. Certainly, we'd like to have a lot more opportunities for the students of our countries to come and study in fine institutions like yours, get more solid understanding of this subject over some period of time, so that one day we can also have both modern medicine and traditional medicine, Ayurveda, etc., existing out of the same health facilities throughout the world. And India has already pioneered this, and there's a lot of success around it. Certainly, we also would like to see India now move further and promote Ayurveda more, commercialize it, offer good and better packages for all budgets, so that our people have done a lot in their life. We spend so much time acquiring knowledge, some 30 years, another 30 years we spend, earning the money. By the time we fill our pockets and bank accounts, we realize the health has given up. And the modern medicine is not able to take us much further without cutting us. The surgeons and doctors and hospitals are always ready to operate on you and so forth. But going back to nature, India has also shown us that these things can be avoided. I think this is where you will have a lot of medical tourism in India. Already I know from Fiji, a lot of people are coming here for alternative treatments for the liver, no need for kidney dialysis, or dona and so forth, heart issues and so forth. So there is a lot of scope throughout all the states of India, and this is something in which we want to partner with you. As was already mentioned by the High Commissioner of Mauritius, we have all of these and many of these plans that we saw through the visits this morning. We'd like to join hands with you so that we can have more better and bigger farms in our own countries planted, so that we are able to extract the medicinal values out of these and sell it or actually avail it to the neighboring countries and to our own countries, so that we have more effective, alternative, cost-effective options available for people throughout in the different countries. Already we have a lot of support from the government of India. Prime Minister Modi, in the case of Fiji and the Pacific, has already promised the creation of a health and wellness center through which we can not only bring Ayurveda, but also yoga and health and wellness and other practices that you have. I see this as a very good scheme, and your Jan Aushadhi Kendra that we have seen here is the best facility that this world can have by accessing very effective but least cost alternative medicine. To that effect, thank you very much. A great initiative, Ishan, and we'd like to come back for the second conference sometime next year.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. Now, next, I would like to call Honorable HP, Mrs. Bizunesh Meseret, Honorable Ambassador, Deputy Head of Mission, Embassy of Ethiopia to India. Request you, ma'am, to please come on the stage. A round of applause, everyone.
Namaskar. Excellencies, distinguished guests, honorable ambassadors, dear my colleagues, and dear participants, students, college, staff members, and the management team. I'm truly honored to stand here before you today for this global Ayurvedic summit, representing the rich heritage of Ayurvedic that transits border, and I would like to thank to Ishan Ayurvedic Medical College and Research Center for inviting me and also for organizing this very valuable and important event, Ayurvedic Global Summit 2023. Ethiopia and India share a proud cultural connection rooted in ancient history for two decades. Diverse tradition and a history of shared value. The historical has been highest. This nation dates back centuries, creating the foundation for mutual respect and understanding. Ethiopia, with the rich cultural diversity and historical connection to ancient civilization, has welcomed Ayurveda as complementary approach of healthcare, while Ethiopia has these traditional healing practices. The principle of Ayurveda aligns with the holistic philosophy embraced by many Ethiopians, especially nowadays. Collaborations and knowledge exchange between Ayurvedic practice and India and Ethiopia have the potential to enrich both nations. It opens avenues for understanding diverse perspectives on holistic health, herbal medicine, and preserving the wellness and well-being. In conclusion, I would like to again thank you and congratulations for Ishan Ayurvedic Medical College to organize this event and Global Summit 2023. And we are presenting here to promote this Ayurvedic medical practice here at Ishan Medical College to our country to get more practices and exercises from this college and then as well as from Indian. I heard and I get many knowledge today here from your planting, how to plant and how to present and how to make the herbal medicine and home as well as on technology. Thank you so much for inviting us to get this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now moving ahead, I would like to call Mr. Solier, the Councillor of Ukes Ishan Embassy. So please come on the stage. Huge round of applause, everyone.
Hello, namaste, assalamu alaikum. Shukriya for having me and my colleague from the Embassy of Uzbekistan in this great city of the great Noida and the great country of India. I'm not going to take up much of your very precious time today. I'm very glad to see you, the auditorium, the full of people, wonderful people who are giving us and sharing with us their experience, your wonderful and beautiful experience. Let me share one personal story before I go to the official part of my intervention. It was back in 2013 when my father got ill. The doctors had diagnosed hemorrhagic disease, and afterwards on the background of the diabetes. The day when I arrived in this beautiful Ishan College of Ayurvedic Studies and Research Center, I just immediately remembered when my father suffered that disease of the diabetes and all the plants and the herbs and the experiments of making the medicinal plants and the herbs were shown to me. I have just remembered this kind of science, the Ayurveda, as a great representative. I cannot remember his name. I'm sorry. That told about the Ayurveda, the knowledge of the Veda life, the knowledge of life. How come I was thinking that if we were able to apply this kind of knowledge of life when my father was suffering from the diabetes, it wouldn't be, I'm thinking right now, sitting back in my chair, a different situation. And after suffering the diabetes for 8 years, we have lost him back in 2019. And I'm saying that this kind of wonderful knowledge, this kind of we have gathered traditional medicine. We have gathered traditional doctors, the prescription drugs, the tablets, but at the same time, this entire way of life, the entire way of treating people, the curing people from various diseases, as I'm thinking right now, it's a big, big world for me. And before coming to this wonderful event, I did not think that the scale of today's summit convention would be so large. We have had very respected people from the Indian government, the Minister of Culture, Sri Mahesh Sharma, and so I was not able to talk to him, but I asked the organizers of the convention to organize a bit of a conversation with His Excellency, but we were not able. I'm here representing the Republic of Uzbekistan. Probably many of you have heard about our country. It's in the Central Asia. In Central Asia, from the medieval times, so we have had a huge knowledge and the various areas of the science, whether it's astronomy, whether it's a geography, whether it's a geology, or probably you might have heard also of Abu Rayhan Birmudi, who back in the early medieval centuries wrote a very huge book about India. It is called Kitab al-Hind. Now the Indian scholars, both of the modernity and the ancient scholars, do recognize that no other scholar from that part of the world did write so much about India. It is a very great culture. Look at me. This is what kind of great culture it is. When I'm sending my pictures from my home country, my sisters and the mom with the sindoor on my forehead, they're saying you look like a real Indian now. But I'm just enjoying this company, enjoying these beautiful people, enjoying this how the show the great yoga. This is pretty much an Ayurvedic plus Veda. It's a way of life. It's a knowledge of life. And representing the diplomatic mission of Uzbekistan here in the great country of India, we are honored to offer our hand of cooperation to our Indian colleagues, those in this Ishan College, because my functions as a counselor at the diplomatic mission of Uzbekistan and this great country of India also include the promotion of tourism. Tourism in the broader sense of this word. For example, the mountain tourism, the wedding tourism, sports tourism, and also those tourism. But at the same time, I'm thinking, as I have arrived today in this great in this very great college of Ishan, I'm thinking that we need to be extending our cooperation in the medical tourism. Yes. Yesterday, when I was told by my colleague that we're tomorrow just be ready, we are setting up with a great London and Ishan College of Higher Research, and I said, what kind of college it is? I've never been there, I said. And back to 8 o'clock in the evening, I sat in my office and I read all the stories, all the information about this college, and what we can do to cooperate with this college, what we can do to cooperate to further extend our cooperation with the great country of India in the medical tourism. Here, I've got, when I was Googling the normative documents that our government, led by our esteemed president, His Excellency Mr. I came up with the decree of the president of Uzbekistan. It was back in 2018 that says about extending the cooperation, the international cooperation in the area of the folk medicine. The traditional medicine, conventional medicine, that is to say, an Indian way of saying Ayurvedic. And myself, as a diplomat, I have been to many negotiations of our government with the good government of India, led professionally, led by Narendra Modi ji, and I'm very proud to represent my great country of Uzbekistan in these great college edition in terms of the learning, in terms of offering the kind of cooperation to our great Indian friends. So let us make the cooperation as it is that we're going to be the friends in real terms. So we've got the Tashkent Medical Academy in our capital city. We've got many chairs and the directions and the dimensions of teaching the students for traditional medicine. But let us make the Ayurvedic way of teaching in the Tashkent Medical Academy as well. We do invite the representatives, the leadership of this Ishan College to Tashkent to talk to the Uzbekistan counterparts, to open up and establish additional chairs, additional dimensional directions, because the folk medicine, the conventional and traditional medicine is now being very developed in the country of Uzbekistan. Because we've got a lot of mountains, we've got a lot of rivers, which the herds, as you have very wonderful put it, we are not just noticing. We're making the money, we're making our careers, whether it's a diplomatic or the businesses or the businessman, but we never pay attention to our health unless we're just not to bed, go to bed, or lie to bed, and sleep to the bed. Prescription drugs is one thing. But Ayurveda and the conventional, untraditional medicine like herbs, we have still a lot of job is being done in here. What kind of exhibits? And here I have just come on with my phone on the QR code of any plants that I've been shown. It is opening up in the internet. What a great research. What a great approach to your job. We are seeing that you guys, that the doctors and the students are wonderful, have performed wonderful Indian dances and songs and here. You love your job. You devote yourself to your job. And I wish so. Keep up, steadfast on your devotion, and keep making the people happy and healthy by a great research. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. Now, I would like to call on stage Honorable Mr. Habibullah, sir, DCM from the Embassy of Tajikistan to India. Please welcome, sir.
Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you thank you very much. The President of College, the administration, to the organizers, to those who really value the participation and contribution of those friendly countries, both in the region and out of the region. And I hope this event gives another push towards how to speed up the collaboration in terms of medicine, pharmacy, Ayurvedic, and all other maybe health sector. For those who don't remember, the first India Central Asia Summit held in 2022 in January, along with all other sectors, medicine, health was priority. And all the leaders of the countries agreed on establishing faculties, branches, institutions throughout the region. That means pharmacy, especially Ayurveda, is one of the priority for our policy in the region. And therefore, I think this summit is a good, instrument for promoting this. And I hope all you agree that His Excellency Doctor mentioned that India is we carry basket of herbs, basket of medicine, and we hope this will spread out throughout the country, in the region, and beyond it. And I hope this summit will help to understand or find the common interest in how to speed up or how to promote this. Going back again to the history of Ayurveda is 5,000 years old. And of course, we understand that during this period of time, it's a long period for the history. And many countries in the region of Central Asia developed their own kind of prescription, how to use, how to apply those herbs. But unfortunately, it is not developed as high as is India. And of course, your contribution will be highly appreciated. From our side, for example, in our embassy, we already initiated a proposal to bring one specialist on Ayurveda to Tajikistan. And we did already, and he is now starting working, collaborating with the recreational centers, where they located in the mountainous areas, and where thousands or hundreds of herbs can be collected, can be sorted out, can be prepared for treatment. That means we started by small. We are hoping to enlarge this in the future. And I hope if the college will be happy, we will be very, 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 I'd say more happy to start collaboration or negotiation with your college in order to connect you with other institutions and with the pharmacy departments of the university. Of course, you know, in Central Asia, all countries, my colleagues know, Avicenna, Abu Ali ibn Sina is a famous world-known, how to say, professional or scholar who did spend his life on working out or trying to introduce hundreds of herbs, treatment, and he introduced actually. Unfortunately, if you go through this famous book, Canon of Medicine, so you find more advice on how to use those herbs in your treatment. But again, we need a special, I would say, focusing on this science, on things, how to develop, how to work out, how to say the procedure of preparing this health treatment, how to say medicine. Therefore, we would be happy for going to come to you and to talk about this, how to connect you with other colleagues, with your colleagues actually, in our country. Again, once again, I am very happy to be here and to see how students and how professors, how teachers, how diplomats are highly interested in this discussion. And I hope also they will, after this, they also will join me and other colleagues to continue collaboration with your college and with your professionals. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. Now, let's take you to the lively, high-energy performance characterized by infectious beats, vibrant costume. Today, you are in the treat for incredible talent and enthusiasm from the Punjabi dance performance. Let's embrace the magic of Punjab dance. I call on the stage our Ishanian students, Ayushi and group for their Punjabi dance performance. Please give a big round of applause.
was a wonderful performance. Now moving ahead, I would like to call Honorable Councillor Penda NGP for the High Commission of the Republic of Gambia, New Delhi. Huge round of applause, everyone.
Thank you very much. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, special greetings to the Ishan Ayurvedic College. I am very sure when the doctors and the chairman himself saw me today walk into this hospital, they were like, wow. But I have Ayurveda to thank for that. The first time I was coming here, I could not even walk. I was walking like a 90-year-old woman when I am just 37. When we talk about one sun, one earth, and one family, I believe it. In my language, which is Wolof, we say, so hamufimedium than idea which means if you do not know where you're heading to, you go back to where you're from and learn. In Ayurvedic medicine, that is what it is teaching us. Mostly we tend to leave our tradition and our ways of life to embrace foreign, to embrace Western, when we can actually benefit from traditional ways of life. In this regard, I will take this opportunity to thank the organizers, the chairman and the Ishan Ayurvedic College for organizing this event, and then to bring all of us together in view to better collaborate for traditional medicine to be promoted, not only in India, but in each and every country that is represented here today. My High Commissioner, Excellency Jawar, could not miss the occasion due to unforeseen circumstances. He is attending another ceremony and asked me to represent him. We have already expressed our willingness to actually collaborate with the college, send students here, send doctors here, because just like India, the Gambia do have traditional medicine. Unfortunately, it is not institutionalized like India. That is why we would take this opportunity to thank you very much. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable words. Now I request Mr. Ulzit Sir, Minister Counselor from the Embassy of Mongolia to the Republic of India. Honorable Sir, please come on the stage and say a few words.
As you know, Mongolia, and also Mongolia is traditionally using medical medicine that is similar to Ayurvedic. And historically, Hulu period is 2200 BC to 200 AD. That time was Buddhist influence. They used Ayurvedic medicine to introduce Mongolia. Traditional medicine was always played a major role in Mongolia, continues to participate widely, playing vital role in welfare with large percentage of population. The government of Mongolia considers traditional medicine to be important to comprehensive medical service to population development, association with geographical extent, practice,
establishing the scientific basis of traditional medicine from the modern perspective and developing a sustainable purpose of knowledge and education. Therefore, Mongolian government done Republic of India to provide Mongolian education with field of the traditional system difficult and signed to the Prime Minister with Narendra Modi his visit and 2025. I simply pretend all regulatory strategic partnership cooperation between Mongolia and enhancing scientific exchange as well as for a people to people connection. I hope that Mongolian students taking scholarship through ICCR, through Ayurvedic medicine, and I hope that in your institution they will come to study Ayurvedic medicine. And I think that I'm very happy to participate in this conference, and I will tell about women to participate in the convention with the the science, they know that it's very important. Always, they always need health issues, and I'm very happy to participate in this hearing. Thanks to who's organizing this program. I'm very happy to participate. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to call Honorable Councillor Bassem F. Hillis from the Embassy of the State of Palestine. We were rude to cross everyone.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ladies and you सबको नमस्ते. Good afternoon, everybody. My sisters and my brothers, thank you very much for inviting me at this very nice occasion. I am at the only seeing all the planets, all the kind of traditional planets. Thanks to Ishan, Ayurvedic Medical College. In Global Ayurvedic Summit 2023, I hope together building bridge for better tomorrow, one sun, one air, all together. And the students, all of you are the future. This is very nice of this work in nature. All we are seeing today it is nature, not medical. We have every time good relation between Palestinian people and Indian people. Every time. We every time learning from Indian experience in all fields, not just in this field. In traditional medicine, yoga, traditional beautiful clothes, everything. We are keeping all heritage safe and revived. We sending warm greeting from Palestinian people to Indian people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. Now I request Honorable Mrs. Merosa Federal Ma'am, Third Secretary from the Embassy of Lesotho to India, to come on the dais and say a few words. Please give a big round of applause.
Good afternoon. Namaste. Okay. I would like to thank Ishan College team to invite us to this auspicious occasion. I really feel honored to be here. I heard but did not understand what I really learned until Ishan team visited my embassy, where they shared the information about Ayurvedic treatment. It was then I understood what it meant. I also had the opportunity to be treated in this hospital in the last 2 weeks. I think my last session was on Tuesday or Wednesday last week. And really, the experience I got here, I think I have to take it back home to share it with my country. It was a wow experience. And I learned today that most of the plants can be used as medicine. Most of plants I saw here are there back home. But some, of course, are used as medicines, some were just plants. But I'm very happy today to learn that almost every plant can be used as a medicine, because they even said there are poisonous plants that they can use and make them suitable for our body to take. So really, I feel honored to be invited in this occasion. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable words. Swasthya Swastha Sanrakshanam Aturasya Vikar Prashanam, which means that Ayurveda aims to the protection and maintenance of good health of healthy people and elimination of doshas and control of the elements and health disorders from healthy individuals. Now I request Dr. Akhilesh Sharma sir, who is an Ayurvedic physician and consultant with 30 years of rich experience in practicing and has been promoting Ayurveda across 19 countries globally. So please give a big round of applause for Dr. Akhilesh Sharma sir.
It's a matter of great privilege and honor to be part of this office gathering here. And I'm just listening to all of you. So before I start my presentation, I would like to chant this mantra, and then tell you the little meaning of it for all of you. The mantra is it's a very powerful healing mantra. This is Raja
Bheshajam, Bheshajam, Mahabheshajam, Samgate Yaswa. This is one of the very ancient mantra documented in Sanskrit language, which is the oldest script on this earth. And the literal meaning of this powerful mantra is, oh, the ruler of the rulers, the master of the masters, the healer of the healers. You have to prevail, exist forever, forever and forever. And then we say, Samudgate Swaha, which means everything in the form of negativity, negativity of bacteria and pathogens, negativity of thoughts and emotions, negativity within me at microcosmos level, and negativity around me in the macrocosmos. All of that has to be offered to the holy fire to convert it into positive. This is the literal meaning of this mantra. Modern day investigations have revealed even just the chanting of this powerful mantra, you know what does it do? The bacteria and pathogens stop multiplying. This study has been done here in India at Brahmavat just told Sultan in Haridwar. This is the cultural heritage of this country. If you go into the history of medicine, you have to go into the history of documentation of medicine. For that, you have to realize that you have to go into the history of script. If you go into the history of script, that you realize that the Sanskrit, which was the mother tongue of all the modern European languages also, and it is a matter of proud for all of us Indians especially, to realize that history of medicine and history of documentation of medicine was done in India for the first time. That's why we are the oldest living culture on this earth which documented the healthcare system. And my friend rightly said, the word Ayurveda, which is a Sanskrit word, where Ayu means life and Veda means knowledge. If you compare with the word biology, where bio means living, anything which is logical called logy. So the word biology means science of life, but the word Ayurveda means knowledge about life. So that means knowledge is beyond the space of science. Science is whatever we rediscovered in last few hundred years. It was an interpretation coming from the bigger expression, bigger vision, and bigger mission which Ayurveda has. Which means, that's why we say Ayurveda means way of life. Ayurveda means art of being. Ayurveda means art of being what? Art of being right, art of being positive, art of being correct, art of being correct physically, mentally, and spiritually. That's the real definition of swasthya, which means swame sthir, which means stable within. That's the literal meaning of the word swasthya. Few hundred years ago, modern medicine used to say absence of a disease in the physical body means complete state of health. But Ayurveda corrected it. They said, no. Physical, mental, and spiritual well-being of an individual is a complete definition of health. And WHO had to reform that. So that's why it's a matter of great honor for me to be part of this August gathering. I'm really grateful to Dr. D.K. Garg, especially, to big round of applause for him, to making this initiative, to take it. He has a globalized vision. That's why he has invited so many of those visionaries of those individual countries who can think right and incorporate Ayurveda in their not only their own practices, but take it to their countries. As it has been said, I've been practicing Ayurveda for the last 32 years. Fortunately, my father was also a diplomat, and I see my father in all of you who are the cultural representatives of your country and open to this cultural heritage of Ayurveda, which is meant for the whole universe. That's why we say, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, this whole universe is one family. And we say, Chikitsa Punyakam Nakinchit. This is one slogan which really fascinated me in my personal life. Chikitsa Punyakam Nakinchit means there is no other way to earn best and good karmas in your life than to be a true healer. So Ayurveda creates true healers in the society. Once I was speaking in Colombia in the oath-taking ceremony of President Uribe. He has been my patient, fortunately, for many years. It was his second term. He won the election.
And I was there, an Indian ambassador was there, and another gentleman, Lakshmi Mittal's grandson was there. We three Indians were sitting in the oath-taking ceremony. Some media journalist said, "Sir, you won the election for the second time on the head of this country. How did that happen?" I mean, all these guerrillas, war and terrorist activities, still they were threatening you, but you won. How come? You know what he said? He said, "You know what? I follow a rule, something strange, but very mystical, something coming from India, and that's called yoga." He said, "I followed yogic principles in my life. I lived discipline that way, and my mental conviction became so strong. I had very much clarity of the thought process. That's why I follow yoga." So the media journalist said, he was from Reuters. He said, "Sir, you think yoga is that powerful?" You know what he said? He said, "You guys have no idea, man. Let me tell you, the power of yoga is so powerful that it can bring not only physical reforms in the body, it's not only a form of another physical exercise for your practice. It can bring social reforms in the society. It can bring spiritual reforms in the society. And that is the day I'm waiting for." This was the opening statement of the president of Colombia at that country. And we three Indians sitting there had tears in our eyes. You know why? Because I said, "Oh my God, will that ever happen in India also? Our country will say one day the same thing. Would that ever happen?" Today I see that happening. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, who has taken initiative to take yoga to that level where it is really bringing social, spiritual reforms in the society. Now, let me tell you, I know time is short, I have to brief, but I'm speaking on the basis of my own experience at consciousness level. Suppose my friend mentioned about Finland. I've been going there also for almost 23 years. I speak at the biggest yoga center there in Helsinki. So, I started interviewing people. I said, "What brings you to do yoga here?" He said, "Oh, I had a backache condition." "Okay, then what happened?" "I went to the doctor. He planned a surgery for me." I said, "Okay, so what happened then?" "Oh, no, I got scared. I went to my friend who was doing yoga. I said, 'Should I do yoga for that? Would that help?' She said, 'Yes, definitely. Come with me. I'll pay you for your classes.' So I started doing yoga." I said, "Okay, so what happened?" He said, "After 4 weeks, my pain was gone." I said, "Oh, really? So that means your surgery was averted?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, did you go back to your doctor to tell him that this is what happened with yoga?" "No, I didn't think it was that important." "Okay, no problem." I said, "But now your problem is solved, solution is provided. Leave yoga. Sit at home." He said, "No. You know what? Yoga has affected me at the deeper level of consciousness. I feel more restful. I used to be very angry. I used to have headaches. I used to have sleepless nights. I had a lot of anxiety in my life. All that has gone down." I said, "Wow, is that true?" And trust me, every single individual whom I started interviewing, I made a compilation of the database of about 4,000 patients just from their one yoga center. Everybody had the same statement to claim. So this is the power of just the yogic principles of Ayurveda. But imagine the day you bring complete perspective of yoga and Ayurveda into your daily life, I tell you, sky is the limit. And we can, as I said, we can bring not only physical reforms in the society, not only for the physical body, it's the mental, social, and spiritual reforms in the society. That's the greatness of this entire science. Unfortunately, in last few hundred years, what has happened? About 200 years in India, we talk about. Once I got to see Prince of Wales, now it's King Charles, with due respect. He said, "Dr. Sharma, if Ayurveda is so great, why does not grown up in India the way it should have been? I don't see much of Ayurveda happening in this country." I said, "I beg your pardon, sir, but the answer is better than the question asked." And the answer is 200 years of British imperialism in this country. And it was a planned conspiracy against the health system of India. I had to speak the truth. You know what happened after that? He said, "Dr. Sharma, here is the contract. Next time you are assigned for teaching at Thames Valley University, and be part of the Prince of Wales Foundation for Integrative Health, where they have $5 billion accumulated for research in complementary and alternative medicine, but Ayurveda plays the lead role. Why did that happen? Did I expect anything from him? No, because it made sense to him at consciousness. That's why. So all of you who are, I'm really happy that you were given a privilege to come and share your feelings about what we are doing, which is truth. Ayurveda के बारे में कहते हैं कि शाश्वत. Shaashwat means pure science. It brings you purity of consciousness. That is the greatness of it. You show me any system of medicine, allopathic system of medicine. I'm not criticizing, but what I'm asking, does you give you some kind of feeling, so-called purity of consciousness? At the deeper level of consciousness? No, it doesn't happen. Today, WHO says that every third US citizen is using some of the other kind of alternative system of healthcare in US also, which is the so-called biggest advanced nation of the world, so-called world police. There, every third US citizen today is using some of the other alternative system of healthcare. This is a scenario, unorganized sector, but it's happening. And today, at the same time, the book of contraindications of allopathic medicine has become 4 times bigger than book of indications. That's why we are more sick of sicknesses and alternative side effects than being healthy. Because it's a business model. Because after weapons, pharmaceuticals was the second biggest model for United States. But in Ayurveda, as we said, chikitsa punyatam nakinchi. There is no other best way to earn healing into your personal life and also the society life. So, I mean, I can go endless, but as certain things I would like to share, because as the main points given to us was about the vision of globalization of Ayurveda. So, about that, I would like to as we said, the objectives were mutual cooperation in Ayurvedic services. As we talked about knowledge exchange program, one of the very brilliant idea I have. See, Ayurveda says there is not a single plant on this earth which is not a medicine. There's a beautiful story also in Ayurveda about it. So, as our lady rightly said, even the poisonous plants, they have medicinal value, and Ayurveda admits that. So, one thing about the mutual cooperation, which all of you will agree to it, it is not only exporting Ayurveda from here to your countries. As I said, Ayurveda exists in every part of the world. As grandmothers used to exist in every part of the world. So they all had traditional knowledge inherited, but we did not preserve it. What I would like to do, the government of India should take initiative, even Ishan Medical College can take an initiative. We want to create farmers training programs for cultivation of the medicinal plants that are growing in your country also. For example, right? So that's the way to go. That will make Ayurveda grow many folds faster, because you see all the Ayurvedic herbs which are growing, one day if they are not produced in the chemical factory. So remember, one day we can get short of supply of the medicines. So that's why strategy has to be very eco-friendly also. So we need to cultivate and create farmers training program for cultivation of certain herbs which are growing in your region too. With that, what will happen? Suppose you are growing neem there, and we say we want to make a neem oil for you with a specific preparation for skin diseases. So we'll say, hey, sir, you are representing Brazil, so why don't you grow neem there and send it to us, or we buy the raw material from you? That will bring revenue generation model for farmers also, and we get enough neem supply from you, and we make the product line, because we have the advancement of technology too. So in exchange, that is one aspect that I was going to say. And apart from that, of course, in knowledge exchange program, we also want to do, we can have to make a consortium of agronomists, taxonomists, plant agriculturists, farmers, and make a consortium of all of them to identify what are the things available. Like for instance, Africa. To tell you the truth, my childhood I spent in Africa. I was kind of raised there. I have sweet memories of Kenya, Nairobi, in Mombasa, Mogadishu, in Somalia, in Hargeisa, the capital. So in those areas, this country, so-called entire African continent, it's like sitting on a gold mine, and we are begging. Why? Because we are suffering from a disease called ignorance. So we do not know the medicinal properties of all the forests which we have. That's why we are suffering. It's not only we are looking for diamonds or gold, it's much more to it. So all those minerals, the metals which are used in Ayurvedic practices and principles also, the day we create a global vision, we can do that. Right? Apart from that, Ayurvedic treatment for good health, of course, everybody has talked about it. Opening, like I was talking to Honorable Professor from Mauritius. You know, Mauritius has such a beautiful flora and fauna and land like Kerala also. We can cultivate many of the wellness centers rather than sickness care centers. We want to make a thought, cultivate as wellness care centers, and Ayurveda can play a lead role with all modalities of Panchakarma which were shown here right away. I will tell you one innovative thing, the way what I did. Once I was invited to Harvard Medical School, and I did the Shirodhara demo just like this, and with the actual Shirodhara, and the doctor sitting there said, "Prove me that it works." I said, "Sir, the clinical observation of the patient." He's telling that. He said, "No, I don't buy that. Prove me in the test tube. If you don't prove me in the test tube, I don't buy you." You know what we did? I said, "Lord Dhanvantari, help me. How should I prove it to him now?" It was a difficult question to answer. So you know what I had to do? I got an idea. What we did is we mixed some radioisotopes in Shirodhara oil. We did the blood chemistry of the patient before starting the treatment. And after the treatment, right? And what happened? It crossed the blood-brain barrier and radioisotopes were present in the bloodstream of a patient. Can you imagine that? So he said, "My God, this 5,000 years old technique, how could that work?" I said, "Can you imagine, sir? Shirodhara like thing in places like Kerala, that's a handy challenge. Sir, मैं आपका ध्यान चाहूँगा. In places like Kerala, people like Dr. Deepak Chopra who brings chartered flights of 200 to 400 people together, and there's a waiting list to get the Shirodhara done. And you do it in US, there is a 3 months waiting list to get the Shirodhara done. And you know how much are the charges for one session? $250 there. Imagine if we bring all those people here, people with dementia, Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, Parkinsonism, all these challenging diseases, autoimmune and lifestyle-related disorders, where you don't find solution in allopathic medicine, we get them. I tell you my personal experiences. I'm claiming that, sir. I have been working in Miami for the last 29 years regularly. 6 months I stayed there and 6 months I'm in India. My father wanted me to be a diplomat. In the beginning, he was very angry with me that you are going to sell these stupid things like, and you will not make any money out of it. And I wanted you to be a diplomat. Today, he says, "I'm proud of my son. He's doing the same diplomatic work, but in a different way." So, you know, I started working with the old age homes, especially working with Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, Parkinsonism, insomnia, stress, anxiety, neurosis. In all these patients, Shirodhara is a drug of choice. I said, "I'm not giving any oral medicine, right? Because you guys don't allow me." But they allow me to do this strange technique because I was a certified massage therapist. I did my PhD in Chinese anthropology from US, got a sign of a license to be able to practice. I was the first one ever who got that. Yeah. And with that Shirodhara, you won't believe I targeted the support groups of that country. I'm talking about the US model. Imagine in all the extreme cold climatic conditions with the severe depression is there. So let it be Alaska, Sweden, Finland, Norway, all these countries. Shirodhara would be such a popular thing to do if representatives. Trust me, it will bring revolution in entire neurological health. Recently, one guy wrote an article about a properties of Arjuna. You know, there's a plant called Arjuna, which is called Terminalia Arjuna. A senior psychologist, no, it's a senior pharmacologist who is retired from Pfizer at the age of 97. You know what article he wrote? He said, the day people will come to know about the real properties of Arjuna, it will bring revolution. Okay. It will bring revolution in entire cardiology medicine. But the problem is almost 70% of the surgeries will go out of business. So nobody wants to hear that. That's the irony of the subject. So with that, I mean, there is so much more I have enough data to share with, but I know we are short of time. I don't want to take much of time, but one more thing I'll share before I leave. There is one product, there's a company called Dabur. I see the name here in many of these. My sister had been CEO of this company for a long time. I'll tell you one thing from Dabur, which is applies to everyone. Dabur sells a product called Ashoka Rish. Once they made a survey that amount of Ashoka Rish we are selling and the amount of so-called gyno-uterine tonic sold in this country, in India, which is like Gynotone, Eve Tone, Eve Care, Femitone, different names with the similar formulation with the main ingredient of Ashoka in that. They said, you know how much we are selling out of this all 800 pharmacies who are making so-called gyno-uterine product? How much are we selling in the volume? It was so damn big that it was 20 times bigger than entire gynecological sector of European Union. That's the amount of selling of the so-called Ashoka Rish and allied products from 800 pharmacies sold in this country. And they said, but who is buying? We don't have enough of Ayurvedic doctors to buy that. So we wanted to go into the reverse gear. You know what we found? It was cultural heritage. Grandmothers to daughter, mother-in-law to daughter-in-law, so on and so forth. So real India is not only Delhi, Bombay, Madras, and Calcutta. The real India living in the countryside even today, the rural area, practices Ashoka Rish as their part of the daily practice. So that is one of the things which is saving from our women from uterine or breast cancer situation, where in country like US, every third woman suffering from uterine and breast cancer situation. So you see, those unsung heroes are serving the society at large. That's the strength of Ayurveda. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is, I should sum up that if you play the cards right, if people like Dr. Garg, you know where he should be? He should be the member of parliament, nominee member in Rajya Sabha, to be a visionary, to raise the voice of Ayurveda. That's what we want. And we want all of your recommendations. If all of you write one letter to Mr. Modi, trust me, this will happen. So with that, what I'm saying is, we need more of institutionalization of Ayurveda in your countries, technological exchange, and also more of the medical tourism. Till the time it doesn't happen, you promote the medical tourism, bring them to India. I'm sure I can promise that मेरे साथ agreement कर ले, if he comes an agreement with me, not business wise, no otherwise, emotionally I'm saying, we'll fill up this damn hospital, will not have any empty place left. That's how it is going to be. That's the dire need of the subject to grow. So with that, thank you very, very much. जाते जाते बच्चों के लिए एक शेर कहना चाहूंगा कि थे हार जाते अन्य देशी वैद्यवर्ग रोग से, थे हार जाते अन्य देशी वैद्यवर्ग जिस रोग से, हम भस्म करते थे उसे बस भस्म के ही योग से, थे दूर देशों के नरपति हमको बुलाकर मानते, इतिहास साक्षी है, हमें सब थे जगत गुरु जानते. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much, sir, for your remarkable words and enlightening speech. Now, without any further delay, let's take you to the vibrant colors and rhythmic melodies, a true reflection of India's rich heritage and culture through Rajasthani dance performance. So let's call on the stage students of Ishan for their Rajasthani dance performance. Please give a big round of applause for the students of Ishan.
Now I would like to call on the stage Dr. Chain Dolkar, MD Sova Ritpa, member of Ethic Committee of Experts, NCISM Ayush Ministry. And I would like to call Dr. Chairman Sir to come on the stage to felicitate Sir.
डॉक्टर नितिन अग्रवाल और आदित्य जयजाल जी को स्टेज पर बुलाओ। now come to at the end of the program. I will request Dr. Nitin Agarwal to say a vote of thanks. We are highly obliged to all the dignitaries who have spent their valuable time. Please, Dr.
Namaskar. Yes, so it's time for conclusion, and I indeed also. So, and thank you all the excellencies of all the respected countries, our friendly countries. It's a honor for Ishan Ayurvedic College for you to take some time and be part of this Global Ayurveda Summit. It's our first summit of this kind. We have done it here with the guidance of Dr. Garg, and we believe that some knowledge and some information and some thoughts have been shared, and they will be followed up. So thank you so much, all the excellencies again. Thank you so much, all the dignitaries who are here as well, from all walks of life, professors, Dr. Atul Vashle from NCSM, of course, the other members, District Ayurvedic Officer from Gautam Budnagar, and many other dignitaries. But of course, the wonderful part was there. I think we should give a huge loud round of applause for the students of Ishan Ayurvedic College, because all these students, they presented some really wonderful performances, not only with Panchkarma and Yoga, but also these wonderful classical dances of India from 3 different provinces, from Punjab, Rajasthan, Maharashtra. And I was thinking, sitting, whether they are Ayurveda students or they are really professional dancers. So it was very good. ईशान के जो बच्चे हैं उनको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, और आप लोगों ने बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस किया, और आप लोग इसी तरह से, कि मेरा हमेशा मानना है कि आप किसी भी कोई भी और स्ट्रीम में, लेकिन अगर पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट में इस तरह से एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर और कल्चरल में भाग लेंगे तो लाइफ में कभी मात नहीं खाएंगे. So I think thank you everyone so much, and on behalf of the chairman of Ishan Ayurvedic College, Dr. D.K. Garg, we hope it was a meaningful session, and we hope that something positive will come out of this. We will of course like to follow up with you dignitaries and excellencies, and definitely carry forward this summit probably next year also. Thank you so much. Namaste. I would request everyone to stand for the national anthem of India, and of course,
now I request all His Excellency for group at the stage, please. और फैकल्टी एंड स्टाफ वो नीचे आ सकते हैं.
लीव कर दो ना।